since I was a jit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 180!
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Here we go. Check 52.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Switch. You go take.
11, 21. Hey, high 7.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check right. Watch 55. Hey, wahoo. It's a safety creep. Hey, alert.
On second down, it's Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, They want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Hey, let go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, touchdown number 15 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Second down, Haskins. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins, that's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Garoppolo to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12 yards on the play, but it's 3rd down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Geis. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down now, it's Thompson, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
This is Geis. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The throw by Haskins complete to McLaurin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he finds McLaurin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 40.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Back to the ground game now with Geis. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap.
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early lead in that one for the Packers. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, lucky. 11.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
That's the way. Mike 55.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against it every play for a big shot down fix everything either.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, check, Mike.
Here's Haskins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now it's Haskins. Throw left side is complete to Reed. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now Haskins on first down. And this one complete to Reed. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in. For the stop.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Haskins going to throw again. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Intended for Trey Quinn. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Trey Quinn. Incomplete. He was covered by Richard Sherman.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the slack, watch the slack, watch the slack.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I got it.
Now it's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Haskins will throw. Jordan Reed has it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A third down gain of 19.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Haskins gets this to Reed. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. Caught right side, Davis. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. 4th down, here's Haskins. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Coleman now. And he's got some space here. He's at the 50. 20. 10, touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 2nd and 2, Haskins. Caught on the right side, Reed. 22 yards there, a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here we go, here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
21. Check nine.
Coleman. And an alley to run. Into the secondary again. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Niners 35, Redskins nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Josh Jones.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10.
12.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up, and what's been so far a tough game for them. On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. But now it's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10.
They start on the ground with Geis. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 43-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. To Thompson on the draw. A huge play there for Washington. And even 50 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg. And they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Oh, Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Here we go.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
21. Hey, pick it up.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
It's just me and you.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike, 53. I can't believe they let you play.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to let it go deep and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Gold to add the extra point.
San Francisco.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now a run with Geis. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Don't say nothing.
Here's Geis, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Okay, ready. 50 seconds to Mike.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
3rd down, here's Geis. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. The gap has widened there. The Packers have scored again. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium.